That was definitely full throttle on it in second gear. Whew. Front tire wanted to come up a lot. Clutch ain't slipping though. Alright guys, so I have a few reasons of why I sold my Z125. They are not going to be listed in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of rattle them off as they come to me. But we'll go ahead and start by the first one is basically had to do with money. The Z125 I could sell without losing as much money as I would have if I sold my FZ1. For instance, I paid $5,300 for my FZ1. I put a lot of money into it that I don't even want to disclose at this point, and they're going on the market right now on Marketplace for like under $4,000, anywhere from like 4 to like 32, or I think one even sold for $2,700. So yeah, I mean, I'm not willing to take a $4 or $5,000 cut or a $4 or $5,000 loss selling this bike. Plus I really like this bike. I'm just gonna ride it till it blows up, like I said. So the FZ1 I was able to sell and only lost about $400 on it, which is no big deal. I rode it a lot, put a lot of miles on it, made some content with it, so it wasn't a total bust in my opinion. I can put up with losing a few $100s over a year of me riding it than a few $1,000s of over me not even riding it at all over a year period. I maybe put a few 100 miles on this thing last year because of all the issues that I had, which leads me to my second reason for selling the Z125, and that's because I bought that bike pretty much spur of the moment. I had a little bit of extra cash, and the FZ1 I've been having so many issues with, and it was at the dealer at the time, I believe. So I just went ahead and found a cheap bike, found a good deal on a pretty much a brand new bike, and I thought it would make good content for the channel. So that's pretty much a main reason of why I bought that bike to begin with. Just because it's such a little bike, a lot of people have them, a lot of people can afford them, and I thought it'd make good content. So fortunately I didn't make as much content as I wanted to with it, but hey, it is what it is. So, and the next reason pretty much for why I sold the Z125 had to do with I really did not have anybody to ride with. I mean, when you have a Z125, you want to ride with other Groms and Z125s, and unfortunately for me, I was unable to find a group per se that I could get into and ride with. I have a friend or two that have them, but they're pretty busy and they don't ride them that often from what I'm aware of. So that, and also I have a buddy, I mean, I have other people who ride, but they don't have these kind of bikes. They have larger bikes, and I can say from first-hand experience that it does kind of suck riding with a smaller CC bike, especially a 125. I mean, you can handle a 250 easy, because a 250 could keep up for a majority of what you're going to do on a sport bike or a bigger bike than you would with the Z125, because you're pretty much limited to a top speed of 65 to 68 miles an hour, and that's if you're downhill with the wind at your back. So there's a lot of circumstances involved with that. If you ride anything like how I used to ride, there's no way a Z125 or a Grom is going to be able to keep up, because we used to do this thing where you could be anywhere in town within 10 minutes, and we always tried to beat that no matter where it was. So that's just a little glimpse as to how fast we used to ride back in the day. So I'm a lot tamer now, still like to go fast, but you know, I pick and choose where I like to do that at, because I have responsibilities as an adult that I can't get away with going to jail and then losing everything I have. So that leads me to the last reason. And the last reason why I sold the bike is because I really want my family members to get into riding, or somebody in my family, my dad, my brother, my sister's husband. And I feel like the Z125, I'm going to catch some flack for this, is not the greatest starter bike. Granted, it is great for learning how to ride because it's so light, nimble, easy to use, everything like that, so I can agree on that. But there's one major aspect that the Z125 does not have that I equate to having all the correct tools to be able to avoid dangerous situations on a motorcycle, and that is power. The Z125 has no power. It can't get out of its own way if a car was coming at you. At least at 250, you'd have a chance at being able to accelerate to, you know, get out of a dangerous situation. So if I am going to get a bike for my family to learn on, I want to get like a little 250, a 300, a Rebel, or Kawasaki Ninja, or something like that, an R3. There's many options now on the market. Back in the day, there was pretty much a Rebel or a Ninja, so I would prefer to do that to help my family members learn to ride on, because like I said, I want them to have all the tools in their basket when it comes to being able to ride safely. So that is pretty much going to sum it up for all the reasons as to why I sold the Z125. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. If you like what you saw here, please help support me in this channel by hitting that like button and subscribing for future videos. Also, if you've had a Z125 or a Grom and have sold it to upgrade to something with more power, please leave a comment and let me know if you can agree or disagree with some of the reasons for why I sold my bike. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.